The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 582 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the updated version of the Dragonfly playing cards from Playingcarddecks. So, no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. What do you mean by updated version? Well, a couple years, this is like the newer one, obviously, but a couple years ago, they made a first edition of these, kind of, and it was the bicycle Dragonfly playing cards, which came in this like pretty almost identical tuck box, except for this one has metallic ink, while this one has that flat kind of glossy finish there, but it's in that teal and lavender colorway there, and it says Dragonfly playing cards, but we won't get the full look until I unwrap it because it is still wrapped up. So we're gonna have to just grab that plastic and rip it open here. So it's not really like the cellophane, it's more like an actual like, just plastic wrap. But here we have that, I guess it is more of a matte finish, like a satin. I guess a satin finish in between matte and glossy there, but more on the matte side there. Like I said, it says Dragonfly playing card. You got that Dragonfly there in the middle there, and it is in that kind of teal color box there, with a little bit of lavender sprinkled up around it there. On one side says designed in Europe, the other side says made in the USA. On the bottom here you got the Playing Card Decks little logo there, and they said they're made in America. Yeah, made in the USA, but they were designed in Europe there. And on the back, a little sneak peek of the back design. And what makes it a little bit different from the other one, on here you got that just basic Bicycle United States Playing Company seal on the original ones, but on the new one you got a like a one of a kind seal there, like a their own designed seal there. And then on the top here it says Critter Series, Poker Size there. Now crack that seal. Oh yeah, and before we get into fully this, I never actually, like I only had one of these, so I never actually like took a look at these before. So this is the first time I'm taking a look at the Dragonfly playing cards, and these ones have new updated faces on them. There, but on the inside of the tuck box is that matte white finish. So nothing like too crazy. Oh yeah, and the tuck flaps just kind of like that teal coloring. Nothing like too crazy going on there. Oh yeah, but we got the custom seal, which I never talked about. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. We got that like little, the white seal here with that little black little ring there with the little dragonfly in the middle. There. And once again, these cards are wrapped up again there. So we're going to have to crack these open. There's probably no pull tab on these. So we'll just have to find a little tab here at the top. Here. Okay, now that we can see the back design here, it looks like a mirrored back design there, with the standard white border going on, and it's that teal and lavender colorway. There was a little bit of blue mixed in there, and it kind of looks like you got the dragonfly there, kind of in a swamp kind of setting, with there was the water, and you got the cat tails there. And then you got that kind of little fancy little border going around, and the white border there, and you flip it over, same design in both directions there. And for these cards, since there's like the updated version, they do have more like like I said, I think I mentioned it already, but they got like updated faces and stuff like that here. And then for the first little card here, you got the little double backer there. Then we get to the first Joker here, so it's Joker there. Then you got the classic kind of Joker kind of character there, with little dragonflies around him. We got all the four suits there, and he's also in a swamp with like little cattails in the water in the back. There, I guess you only get one Joker right now. Then we get that custom Ace of Spades there, which has that kind of like flower kind of design behind it. There, then you got the two dragonflies on the spade there itself. And then you got the custom font and suits there in the corners there, with a little half dragonfly there on each side there. And it looks like that kind of style goes with all the dragonflies throughout there. And then that like big spade here that you can see there also correlates to like the smaller suits there. So same design. That goes throughout the rest of the spades here. So fully custom spade suits. Then we got the Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. And they're fully custom there. Okay, yeah, like I was saying there, we got those fully custom core cards. There was that kind of blue and kind of more grayish colorway. And they're definitely fully custom there. Yep, they look all pretty nice there. And then we got the hearts here. With the ace of hearts here. Same kind of design, just like the spades there. With that same kind of ace of spades there with the dragonfly within the heart there. Pretty nice there with that kind of blue little flowery design there. And then you got that same kind of like the big heart there is for like the rest of the smaller suits as well. There. So definitely fully custom hearts as well. And you got the Jack, Queen, and King of hearts here. Once again, fully custom core cards once again. Slightly different than the spades here. Because here's what the spades look like. And you got a little bit of red added with the hearts core cards here. They're so slightly different designs there. And then you got the ace of clubs here with the dragonfly there once again within the club. And that same kind of little blue flowery design there. And then that kind of design goes throughout the rest of the clubs as well. So once again, fully custom clubs. And then lastly, we got the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs here once again. Fully custom core cards once again. And all the characters are slightly different looking. Because if I look at the queens here, like they're different queens and stuff. And jacks and kings, which is pretty nice. And then we got the custom ace of diamonds here. Once again, that same blue design with the custom diamond design there with the dragonfly on it. And you got that same design with the rest of the diamonds as well. So there's a little bit of a theme going on there. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King. Once again, 3 more custom core cards. And then lastly, you got the last Joker here on the back, which is the red colorway Joker here. Pretty much the same as the other Joker, just in that red color, so slightly different colorway. But now that we take a look at the cards for the handling, they are that they're printed in the USA by Shuffled Ink on casino grade 310 GSM cardstock, so they will handle fantastic. There, and straight out of the box. They're definitely a little bit on the stiffer side, like thicker side, stiff. So they have to be broken in a little bit. But overall, they spring pretty nicely though. They fan pretty nicely. They got the nice larger font in the corners, which is pretty nice. So you can see a little bit easier when fanning them. There. Now we'll do that Pharaoh. Pretty decent Pharaoh. A nice giant fan there with that kind of blue and like all the teal and lavender colorway. So overall, they're handling pretty nicely. So you can have no issue shuffling these. And they look pretty nice though with that dragonfly design. So if you're a fan of dragonflies, then this is a pretty fun deck because it's definitely heavily dragonfly themed with the core cards there. There's not really too much like dragonfly-esque with the core cards there, but they got the little dragonfly in the corners on every single card. But each suit has its own style, like dragonfly little design there. Pretty nice. There, so definitely fully custom there. It'd be interesting to have like open one of like the original one to see the difference, because this one has metallic ink when this one does not. But I only have one of these, so I can't open that one right now. But someday maybe we can compare the two. But that has been the look. So I hope you enjoyed. This has been the updated version of the Dragonfly playing cards from Playingcarddecks. And I'm the Canadian Character signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.